And here we are. We have the fairings off, the tank is off, the oil and the coolant is out. So from here it's pretty straightforward. It's a three-step process. You take the cooling system off first, then you take the exhaust system off, and then you get to the oil pan. And hopefully we're not going to find much, but I'm excited to see whether this whole job is going to be worth it. So I got to keep moving. So here we have the rad out. It wasn't too bad. If we come over here, 4 bolts, a few wires, and a couple hoses, that was it. So next we're on to the exhaust system, and as you can see in there, it's not too bad actually. It looks pretty clean. You always have to be careful when doing these exhaust bolts, because as you can see, because they're exposed to such variances in temperature all the time, they tend to corrode. It expands and contracts the metal so often that you get these rusty bolts and threads. So I'm going to oil them right up. I'm going to take my time. I don't want to snap any of them or shred anything, strip anything. So I'm just going to take it easy, take my time, clean them up, and hopefully I'll have this out pretty quickly. And the exhaust system is out. As you can see, I've got the 4-to-2-to-1 header on there, a little more mid-range power, and it came out without too many problems at all. Actually, it came out really quickly with no problems whatsoever, which I like. You never know when you start undoing those bolts, but everything was good. So now we're going to move on to the oil pan. And now we have our oil pan out, cracked all the bolts, popped right off, not a big deal. And before I've even got the pickup out, I can already see, as I went to drain the little bit of oil that's left in the bottom, there's a huge piece of plastic sitting right at the bottom of where this is where the pickup sits, and there's another piece over here. So like I said before, little bits and pieces getting stuck in little parts of the engine. I'm thinking that one didn't get pulled up into the pickup because maybe it was too heavy, too big. But let's go see what my screen has in it. So here we are. Here's the pickup, and as you can already see, quite a bit of stuff in there. That's that cam chain guide all chewed up, and there's actually more up in there. I don't know, you can just see there's big chunks up in there, up in this part that's kind of covered over. So it was definitely impeding my oil flow to some degree. I don't know if I can bang this out and get any of these. I don't really want to smash this thing around. Oh yeah. Look at that. That was all sitting up in that top part up there. So lots and lots of that cam guide in my pickup. So I was wondering, I've been kind of beating myself up about not riding so much because I was waiting to do this job, and I was kind of wondering whether it was all going to be a waste of time and it was going to be silly, but I'm really glad I did it now, because there's quite a bit of stuff in my pickup. So good choice to wait. So there is everything that was back up in the back of the oil pickup. You can see there's still lots of little stuff in there. If you flip it around, you can see it's still lots of crap. But this was how much stuff. This was the one big piece that was in the bottom there, that one that was in the bottom of the oil pan. But everything else there has come out of here, mainly back up, stuffed up in this top area, sort of out of sight. But definitely a good thing that I kind of waited and got this done, because there's no doubt that my oil flow was being impeded by quite a bit. So I'm glad I waited, glad I'm doing it. It's awesome. I'm gonna ride with so much more peace of mind. So here's the sum total of everything that's come out of my pickup. Quite a lot, really, when you look at it. It's a lot of stuff. There's some big pieces in there. This entire back part, this entire back piece of this pickup was completely jammed full. You can see now I've cleaned it out. I've been soaking it in paint thinner and getting all the little pieces out. It's you know, there's a few tiny little pieces that are still in the mesh a little bit, but overall it's clean compared to what it was. And this is the paint thinner. You can see all the little bits down there that have come out of the screen as I've been soaking it. So if you got a bike and you chew up one of these cam chain tensioners or cam chain guides or something like this, and you don't think you need to do this, You do. There was a lot of stuff. It was really plugging up my oil flow. I'm hoping that it's going to run a little bit quieter because I'd noticed it was running a little bit loud. I felt, so I'm hoping that's going to improve too. Here's my oil pan. It's all cleaned up, ready to go. That's where the pickup sits down in, and all the edges have been scraped clean, so I'm just getting ready to put that gasket on there. And if we come over here and take a quick look, we can see the there we go. That's everything. There's where the oil filter goes. Obviously you got to watch that O-ring there, and then that's where the oil pickup plugs into. So getting ready to put it all together. Hope it's going to be good. Hopefully it'll go together as smoothly as it came apart, and I'll be back out riding.